Okay, so today we continue with our class Kitzur Shulchan Aruch. Okay, and we start with the Sefer Shmiras Haloshon. We're on page 2 or 3, and the topic is tragedy of strife. There is something most astonishing about those who are bent towards strife. If child of this one of these people would be slightly injured by someone, even unintentionally, the father would castigate the culprit with fury. If child would be hurt intentionally and become bedridden because of his wounds, the angry father would publicly denounce the attacker, even after the child had recovered as a cruel, violent individual. The father would not rest until he felt that he had dealt a guilty party a blow commensurate with a callous deeds. The man of strife would harbor eternal hatred toward the person who caused his child harm. Wow, this is mind-blowing example, the way I see it. Right? So they treat each other like this party of the strife, like is one party injured a child of another party. So of course the father would be crazy, and he would do whatever he wants. He think it's necessary to do to humiliate, to do whatever it needs to be done with the attacker. All right. Okay. So let's see. As stated above, even infants may be included in divine retribution, meted out to those who are parties to the strife. Okay, so we said even infants. An example we gave was a Korah, when his children were killed, and all of other children of other people were killed. So I think we learned, or we did not. So I'm going to tell you now. So it says that every man should die for his sins. Torah says every man should die for his sins. So what does it mean? So it's man. So I say, well, what do you mean man? Man, literally man. It's a boy after 13 years old. So before that, he's not man. So meaning what? That he's going to die for his father's sin. So he's a property of his father, and it's very simple that very easy that he can die because of his foolish father. Right? That's what they're saying here. Yet man of strife does not consider for a moment that he himself brings untold harm and even death, heaven forbid, upon the children because of his sinful way. Exactly. So this man, right, this father, whatever, right? So he brings the punishment and untold harm to his own family. Forget about other family, his own family, right? Tragically, it is a way of the quarrels to involve their wives, children, and other relatives in the dispute. So they would tell this child, do not talk to this guy, don't be friends with this guy, don't say hello to this rabbi, that rabbi. So basically, that's what's going on. Such way is a way of Dasan and Aviram. As the Torah states, Dasan and Aviram went out erect at the entrance of their tents, with their wives, children, and infants. Says Bimah 16:27. So, right, went erect, arrogant, and the end was that the whole household was erased. Thus, it is written: the children greater the wood. The children gather the wood, but it is the father who ignites the fire. Yirmiyahu 7:18. Interesting. Yirmiyahu. Okay, I just bought Yirmiyahu 7 minutes ago. Okay, they have 20% off in our school. Okay. The evil inclination blinds these people, so that they and their loved one stumble into abyss below. Okay, so children gather the wood. I mean, they didn't do anything, right? But father starts the fire, and guess what? Everybody's going to suffer. All right, we stop here. Right, so continue. Okay, so we at the end, so we learned the laws of Tachanun, and we at the end of this Siman 22, last two halachas, halacha number 9. And it says, on Mondays and Thursdays, since they are favorable times in our relationship with Hashem, because during the 40 days, when the second set of luchas were received, Moshe ascended the mountain of Sinai on Thursday and descended on Monday. That's unbelievable, right? That's why we say that Monday and Thursday are very good days. He went to get tablets on Thursday, come back on Monday. Came back on Monday.
Rabbi, which sif is this? 9?
Nine, yes. Page 248. Okay, we good? Continue. Okay, so and descended on Monday. Therefore, we insert additional supplications, so additional prayers, much longer, of course, after repetition of Shemona Esrei, and recite the prayer beginning with the word V'chorachum, and He is merciful before Tachanun. So Tachanun, very interesting. In our Siddur, and we call Tachanun all of this. Right, but here the Kitzur says the Kitzur calls Tachanun only this piece when we fall on our face. Okay, the rest is a verse of supplication. Okay. It is recited while standing. So basically, for those who do vidui, of course we stand during the vidui. And then we stand during Vichurachum, right? Until the piece where we have to fall on our hand, right? Just 1 second. So it says the standing, and one must recite with a concentration and deliberately, in pleading manner. In pleading manner when we ask Hashem for all of His mercy, basically. On the days when Tachanun is not recited, this is not recited too. So Tachanun only comes together with this piece. So on Monday and Thursday, it's like extended Tachanun. Continue. Number 10. Following Tachanun is a half Kaddish is recited. So coming to it. When Kaddish is recited as a part of the service, rather than at its conclusion, the recital is included after the words Deimiran, Be'alma, Ve'imro Amen. So that's it. Basically, the last part we don't say. And a brief version of Kaddish is the first of half Kaddish. We call it Chatzi Kaddish, right? Half Kaddish. So just so we're on the same page, only Chazan say it. We don't say. Right. Okay. So we finish this Tachanun. Then Chazan say Kaddish. On Monday, Thursday, Keli Erech Apayim, God's slow to anger is recited while standing. Okay. For the days on which is not recited, okay, see in another place. So commentary. This is recited before Torah is brought out to be read. So basically, for us, if you look at our Siddurim, it's like separate section. I mean, but here they say it follows the Kaddish, but it's before the taking out of the Torah. Okay, so we finished the Siyaf, Mazel Tov, and we start another one. And also very important, very interesting Siyaf, Siman, I'm sorry, not Siyaf, Siman 23. And the topic is some laws regarding the reading from the Sefer Torah. Contain 30 Siyafim, so 30 laws. But of course, it's only summary. But whatever I remember, I'm going to add, but I think the most important he did include. Okay, continue. Reading the Torah in public was instituted by Moshe Rabbeinu and expanded by the Ezra. The Torah is read during the week on Mondays and Thursday, as we just said, on Shabbos morning and afternoon, and also on all festival and fast day. So one more time, the Torah, we read Torah Monday, Thursday, Shabbos morning, and Shabbos afternoon during the mincha. Holidays, of course, holidays we don't read during the mincha, only holiday morning, right? And during the fast day, I think it depends on in the morning we read, and I think during the mincha also we read. Okay, we'll see. Number one, safe number one. When one removes the Sefer Torah from the Holy Ark and carries it to the Bimah, in which it is read, one should carry it by the way of the northern side of the synagogue, which is to the right of the person carrying. Okay, I'm going to explain what does it mean. No, okay, let's stop here. So let's stop here and explain. From the beginning, when one removes the Sefer Torah from the Holy Ark, so usually it's two people or one person. It depends on the shul. So in many shul, one person opens the Ark and takes the Torah scroll from the Ark and gives to another person, right? And then he closed the door and stuff like that. Okay. So whoever, when one removes the Sefer Torah from the Ark, so here it looks like it's one person does it, and carries to the Bimah. Bimah is a place in the center of the shul where they're going to read, like elevated place. Bimah, right? Commentators say this is the table upon which the Torah is placed when it's read. Exactly. Okay. One should carry it by the way of the northern side of the synagogue. So, which is to the right of the person. So when you close the ark, so you stand in with your back to the ark, you start moving to the right. So why do they say northern side? Because we always in our in a Talmud, in the prophets, right? So we always say that the map is oriented to the east. So if you look at the east, so if you look in the east, the north is going to be he's back to the east, right? But technically, if you're facing the east, so north is going to be on your left, correct? Yes, the north is going to be to the left. But here he's back to the east, so he's facing the congregation. So he's going to the right. Go ahead.
Yes, so two things. The first being, usually one stands, I think at least, to the Bimah, right? Let's say facing the Aron, he usually stands to the right when he's going to get the Sefer Torah, no?
Well, so you're talking about somebody is already standing on the Bimah when they start walking to the Torah? No.
Yeah, sorry. I'm saying, let's say this person who goes to get the Sefer Torah, right? Okay. We're saying over here in the halacha that once he's coming back, right, he turns his face from the Aron, right? He goes to the right and then brings it to the Bimah. Yes, I'm saying that someone to go to the Aron HaKodesh, usually he comes from the left, right? He comes from the like a circle. We go in a circle.
Always no. I think he was in a shortcut. Well, whatever is closest, that's how you run to do the mitzvah. If it doesn't matter which way to go, so he will go, he will turn right. But if not, if left is faster, so you go the shortcut, whatever is faster. But when you are ready with the Sefer Torah, there is no rush, so you go to the right.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Same laws when you're being called to the Sefer Torah. Right? So they call you to the Sefer Torah, you have to go the shorter way possible. But when you're going out, like when you finish the Aliyah, you have to go in circle. Okay.
So when we say that to get the Sefer Torah, right? If it's the same way, right, the same amount of distance, you go from the right, okay?
Always.
You mean from the right, facing the Bimah, correct?
Exactly. So he's right and you're right. Exactly. I see your point. It's exactly opposite. Yes. Exactly.
Okay, got it. And the second thing I want to ask, what if the shul isn't facing east? What if the congregation isn't facing east?
Exactly. That's many congregations do not face east. I mean, they just use existing buildings, right? Whatever buildings face. Okay, so it's very unfortunate. I mean, if they can fix the situation, they do fix. But you move into the right. So the Bimah is where the Bimah is. But we're going to. Did we say that? No, I mean, even if it's not facing east, so it says in your mind, you have to direct your thoughts to the Beis Hamikdash, basically in your mind.
Got it.
Okay, so continue. I don't know if I ever told this. I said in recent class in the Jerusalem, right, Yerushalayim. I was praying in one hotel. It's unbelievable. They the ark was turning like sideways to face exactly Yerushalayim. So I mean, it was in the basement of the hotel, and on a lower level. It's unbelievable. I was blown away with that. Exactly, it's like a compass there. Okay, so continue. The congregation facing eastwards, right, during the prayers, thus north is to their left. When one carries the Sefer Torah to the Bimah from the ark, he walks toward the west. Exactly, I mean, right? To the west, and thus the northern wall is to his right. Okay. He's right to that. The significance of the right side is explained in threefold. Okay, we said that. Okay, so continue. So he took the Sefer Torah from the ark. Usually it's a Chazan who was leading the prayer. So in many shuls there would be one person, Rabbi or somebody. Rabbi would send somebody else, would open an ark, take the Sefer Torah, give it to the Chazan, and Chazan would bring it to the Bimah. So Bimah is elevation, right? And when returning the Sefer Torah to the Holy Ark, one carries it back to the southern side, right? Additionally, one must. So I mean, still he goes to the right. He goes to his right. So, but now it's okay. So basically, he comes. Let's say it's a Bimah in the middle of the show. So he comes from this side and goes that side, because now his right is while he's facing the Bimah. So it's a totally opposite direction. Okay. So additionally, one must hold the Sefer Torah in his right hand. So always in the right hand. I think even the lefty should hold it in the right hand. I think there is no obligation. There is an obligation upon every person that the Sefer Torah passes to escort it until it arrives at the Bimah. See below. Okay. Siman 28. So let's see commentary. Then Kitzur includes this amount the acts of one must perform in order to show honor to the Sefer Torah. So I mean, we haven't done it for a long time now because of this situation in the show. So everybody is afraid to come too close to each other, right? But the proper way, when the Sefer Torah passes you, so you have to escort it to the Bimah, and same going back to the Arad Kodesh. Okay, halacha number 2.
Wait, right. So the last thing that it says over here is that what's it called? While he's bringing the Sefer Torah back, you have to go with him to the Aron. That's what we're saying.
Yes.
Got it.
When it passes you, so basically people from the last rows are not obligated to come. But if it passes you and you are standing, it's like you ignoring it. Yeah. You understand? That doesn't look good. Okay, continue. The one ascending to the Torah. So that's halacha. The one ascending to the Torah, there is the one called up to recite the blessing over the Torah, should don the talis and the tzitzis. See above. Okay, so let's stop here. Should don the talis with the tzitzis. So let's read again this commentary and see what he says, and then I'm going to come. The one who ascended to the Torah, that is called up to recite blessing of the Torah, commentary. Hereafter, we will refer to this person is Oleh, plural Olim, and ascended to the Sefer Torah Aliyah. So Aliyah is as we know, it's going up. Oleh is the one who is called up to the Torah. Okay, so they explain. So one more time, blessing to the Torah. Shudon talis with tzitzis. Number 5, talis is worn as expression of respect to the congregation. Mishnah Brura. Okay. See above 6. The Kitzur discusses whether the blessing is recited when donning talis, borrowed only for the Torah reading. Okay, so we're not going to discuss it. So basically, so let's say it's a Monday morning, or today, right? We read the Torah this morning. So we read the Torah this morning. So all of the married men, according to Ashkenazic tradition, were in talis. According to Sephardic tradition, I think they start from 13 years old, but it depends on their customs. Some I saw they wear talis, even little boys. I'm not sure if that's their custom or they just that do not know. Like I don't know, like 5 years old. No, not 5, maybe 7 years old was wearing talis. I'm not sure if it's their tradition or they just don't know. Okay. So basically, if you, but the point is, if you pray in Ashkenazic shul and you don't have talis, and you're not married, so what you do, so you get a talis, right? So it's like a respect for the congregation to have an extra garment. But we're going to explain. Continue. He should ascend over the Torah using the shortest approach. Exactly as the shortest, but it's always when you do mitzvah, as we said many times, you have to run to do the mitzvah. So shortest approach is to run to do mitzvah. And he should descend after reading from the Torah using longer path. So you showing with your action, I don't want to depart from the Torah. But what can I do? I mean, they call somebody else. It's somebody else's turn. So I'm going to go to my seat, but I'm not in a rush, basically. So
this apply even, let's say that, to take the shortest path, right, to be around the Sefer Torah as much as possible. I'm standing at the right of the Bimah now, right? I finished my Aliyah standing at the right. And let's say, my seat is back there, but instead of, just going back, right, going back to my seat, I decide to go around the Bimah, right?
Yeah. That's the proper way. That's what I do. Yeah, that's the proper way.
Even if the Bimah isn't, elevated on stairs, so the other people see you going around, and it looks kind of like distracting, perhaps. No.
That's a proper way. Everybody knows that you do the proper thing.
Okay, got it.
I mean, if you learn, if they don't learn, it would be distracting. So some people looking for distraction. They just look at like when the door screams, they look back. You understand? So don't worry about these people. But normal people will not get distracted.
Does this fall into the halacha of having to stand to the right of the Sefer Torah after you finish reading, or no? Or is that a different halacha?
No, we didn't get to it. For now we skip that part. We're going to get to it, but now it's not there. So it's now he came to the Torah reading in his shortest route, whatever, left, right, doesn't matter. If it's exactly the same, like let's say he's sitting exactly behind the Bimah, exactly in the center, right? So in this case, you go to the right. But if it's closer to the left, so you go to the left. That's it. So commentators say one should approach the Bimah via the shortest route. Okay, even if it's to his left, exactly as we explained. This is an expression of respect to the both of congregation, who should not wait, who should not have wait for him, and for the Torah. Upon his return to his place, he uses the longer path, so that it will not seem that that though the reading from the Torah is burdensome to him. So basically, second reason that I did not mention is respect not only to the Torah but to congregation. So we also try to respect congregation and not to overburden them with time that it takes for us to do things. Okay, so continue. That's number 7.
Rabbi, I want to
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So let's say I'm sitting at the top left and over the Bimah, okay? Now, the thing is, then let's say I go to the right. I finish my Aliyah, I go to the right. Then I'm going to have to go behind the people reading. Now, that's definitely going to be distracting, don't you think?
No. You see, there is still time. I'm going to explain you why, exactly why. So let's say you got the third Aliyah. Let's say there is Korei, Leib, and you got the third Aliyah. So now, after you finish, okay, let's say you finish, you stand to the right of the Sefer Torah for one more Aliyah because that's the proper way, and they call somebody else, right? Then they finish the read Torah from that fourth guy, and now they're going to call the fifth guy, right? So while this guy is walking to the Torah, to the Bimah, you're walking out, you're walking away. So that's proper. There is no problem. There is no decide. And in that time, in the meantime, Rabbi is giving blessings to the guys who just read from the Torah. You understand? So what I'm trying to say, there is no actual reading of the Torah when you're going to your place. That's it. If the two approaches are approximately equal distance, he should ascend along the approach that is to his right, and descend by the way of other direction. Okay. It is customary for him to wait at the Bimah until the Oleh was called up. After him has recited closing blessing of Aliyah. Okay. So okay, and descend during the interlude between the person, between that person and the next. Exactly as we explained, but the language here is not like so clear. But so he's standing to the right of the Sefer Torah until this person finish the person that was called after him finishing the blessing after blessing from the Torah. So now they call new guy, the next guy that is coming, and you can go back basically. So there is no disrespect of the Torah. The Torah at this point is covered, so you can leave, no problem. Okay. Continue. Halacha number 3. The Oleh opens the Sefer Torah and looks at the place where the Torah will be read. And he holds it open at the place with 2 hands on the handles of the Sefer Torah. Okay. So of course, Baal who is going to read, he has to show this guy where he's going to read. But first, he opens the Sefer Torah with 2 hands. Right, so we're talking about Ashkenazi Sefer Torah. So he opens the Sefer Torah with 2 hands, and then this guy shows him where to read, and he makes the blessing basically. Okay, so continue. He then closes his eyes, right, and proclaims, "Baruch es Hashem Chamovarach." Right, blessed is Hashem, the blessed one. And he should say it in a loud voice so that the entire congregation should hear. So all of these people who speak with a low voice and then discuss politics with a very loud voice, that's not good. And they should respond, Baruch Shem Kvod Le'olam Va'ed. Blessed is Hashem, the Blessed One for eternity. So commentary, is it commentary? Yeah, commentary. He closed his eyes to prevent it from appearing that though the blessing is written in Sefer Torah. See Mishnah Berurah 1:9-17. See also Shulchan Aruch 139:4, who rules that one may leave one's eye open while reciting the blessing. Rama, who rules that Oleh should turn away from the Sefer Torah as he recites the blessing. So also Be'er Halacha, who rules that each person should follow his own custom. Okay, so let's try to understand, because I'm sure that if you saw different people done in different ways, but basically all of these approaches have a holy custom, right? So some of them would open the Torah. I mean, the husband just showed him, not husband, Baal Korei just showed him where he's going to read, and he holds the two handles. I mean, he closes the Torah. I think he closes. Some people do not close completely for whatever reason. Don't ask me. And they can and he closes his eyes and say the Sefer blessing on the Torah. Why? To show that I'm not reading from the Torah. I just bless. There's a blessing. Some people close their eyes and look to the right. So sometimes there is a blessing on the right for people who do not know. The blessing, it's proper to read always. That's you have a bigger kavanah, the deeper kavanah, intention when you read actually, not when you recite from memory. Whatever if you feel comfortable to recite from memory, you might do so. So basically, any way is acceptable. You open your eyes, close your eyes. Okay, go ahead.
This Baruch Hu, let's say I forgot Baruch Hu before Shema, Baruch Shema, okay? And now I want to get an Aliyah. Why? Because I want to make up for that Baruch Hu that I missed. If I have Kavanah that this Baruch Hu that I say right now goes on that Baruch Hu as well, do I get the mitzvah of saying that other Baruch Hu?
I don't know. It's a good question. I'm not sure. But actually, it might be, and I'm going to tell you why. It's not halach. I say might be. He's my rationale, right? So a person who comes late to the shul to Marif, I'm talking about Marif, right? So Marif start with Baruch Hu. Sephardim they read something before that, but Ashkenazim start with Baruch Hu, right? So let's say the guy came late and he missed Baruch Hu. He missed. So after the davening, he comes closer to the Bimah and he says Baruch Hu in a loud voice, and everybody should respond to him. So it's like a makeup for whatever he missed. So based on this, that's my explanation. Maybe it's true, maybe not. So it might be when he said the Baruch Hu during the reading of the Torah, so it could count as that Baruch Hu. Okay. But it's not definite halach. Yeah, I just by the way of the reason. That's what I said. Okay, so let's see. So here, okay, if congregation did not hear the one reciting the blessing, there is the Oleh, even though they heard the Shliach Tzibur responded with Oleh blessing, they should not respond to him. So that's a big problem. So okay, literally the angel of the congregation, the one the reading of the Torah. So that's the problem. I'm going to tell you what the problem is. So the problem is, let's say in a shul that I go, there are a few elderly people, and God bless them. I think one of them is Holocaust survivor, and he comes and he have very low voice, like a very weak voice, and nobody. I have to come closer and listen when he does the blessing. Right, but most of the people. So if I forgot, if I didn't realize what happened, and I did not come close to the Bimah, nobody can hear. So basically, only one person hears. He answers amen, but other people answer because not to get this person embarrassed. And as we said, as Kitzur said, it's absolutely wrong to do.
Rabbi, if I forgot, let's say I came very late for Baruch Shema, he said Baruch Hu already. But the other people are saying, Baruch Hashem, Hamvarach Le'olam Va'ed, right? They're saying the second part. They're responding. If I say Amen, I'm good?
No, you cannot say Amen at that point.
Why not? But over here we say you're allowed to say Amen.
No. But you say Amen after he completed the whole blessing on the Torah. Baruch Hu is only one line. There is the whole.
What I'm saying is when the people are responding, I'm saying after the people respond to their response, should I say Amen? Like over here, the Shlich Tzibur responds, and then we say Amen to his response.
No, okay. So so step back. So when this person who was called to the Torah, he said the blessing, everybody answered Amen.
Yeah.
That's the proper way. So now this guy comes who cannot speak. He's sick. He's elderly, and he speaks very with a weak voice. So I cannot hear. Nobody can hear him. only this Baal Korei who reads from the Torah. He stands 1 feet away from that person. Of course he heard. Even if the guy whispered, he would hear. You understand? So he answered amen, but we are not allowed to answer amen. We do not know what we're answering amen for. Of course, we guess that it was the blessing of the Torah, but we're not allowed because we didn't hear the blessing.
Doesn't it over here say they respond amen?
Okay. Just 1 second. If the congregation did not hear the one reciting the blessing, there is Oleh. The one who was called to the Torah. Even though they heard the Shliach Tzibur respond to Oleh's blessing, they should not respond with him. I don't know why you're saying that. On the third line, it says they should not respond with him.
I agree with you, but it says rather after the Shliach Tzibur concludes his response of Baruch Hashem HaMavarach Le'olam Bo'ed, they should respond amen after him.
Rather, when Shliach Tzibur concludes his response, I see what he's saying. They should respond amen after him. What does it mean? See, however, 15:8, not 33. Okay, so let's see 15:8, not 33. I don't remember what we said there. 15:8. Okay, 15:4, 15:8. So it says, so let's see, okay. I'm going to read what the Kitzur said there. Even one who did not hear the words from Chazan when he recited the Borchu, etc., but heard only the congregation responds Borchu, etc., may also respond together with congregation. Okay, so he did not hear the Chazan, but they already start answering, so he can answer with them. Okay, so all right. Right, that's so. But Baruch Hamarach Lo'olam Va'ed, that's what he responds with them, not amen. But let's see. Commentary 33. Aliyah Rabbi decided this halacha as above, different from Maggid Abraham, who maintains that in this case one should respond amen and not with Baruch. Okay, see Mishnah Brura 57:2 writes that if one did not even hear the congregation response, but only the Chazan repetition of Baruch, then he should respond to the Chazan statement with amen. Okay, so we go by what Mishnah Brura says. Okay, so we say amen. You're right, that's a good point of it. So we say amen on a husband on a husband's Baruch on a husband Baruch. So okay, that's what it is. Very interesting. Okay, continue. After the congregation has responded Baruch Hashem Hamarach Le'olam Va'ed. So okay. The Oleh repeats Baruch Shem Kvot Le'olam Va'ed. So we said it and he said it, of course. So let's see commentary. The Kitzur explained that since it was he who exhorted them to bless, it would seem incongruous if he were not to participate in the blessing. So he made everybody say this blessing. So it makes perfect sense for him also to repeat the blessing, to say the blessing. He then recited the blessing Asher Bochar Banu, right? Blessing, who has chosen us, etc. And the congregation responds amen. Okay, so that's yeah, okay. So, but if we did not hear amen from him, so basically if we did not hear the blessing from that Oleh, so we do not answer amen, as we said before. Okay, continue. He removes his left hand, so he holds the Sefer Torah with two hands. Now he removes the left hand and he gives it to the Oleh, or to the reader of the Torah. Okay, so one more time. He removes his left hand and holds the handle of the Torah during the reading only with his right hand. That's what we said last time, and it's very inconvenient. Right? It's much easier to hold it with one hand. But I would say my personal advice: if it's so convenient to hold it with right hand, hold it with both hands, with left and right. So maybe it's easier. Yeah.
If I only heard the person who got the Aliyah, if I only heard him say Baruch S, right? I didn't hear the whole Baruch Hu, okay? Am I still allowed to respond, with the whole response and not just the main, since I know what bracha he's saying?
No, we said he does not respond, but he will respond Amen to the Chazan who did hear.
I agree with you, but that's in a case where you don't hear it at all. I'm saying where you hear some of it and the rest, he...
if some of it, I guess you're allowed, because you know what he's saying. Maybe there's some noise in the shul, yeah, but you can hear, yeah. In this case, you respond. Okay, 1 second. I lost it. Okay, so he removes his left hand and hold the handle of the Torah, Sefer Torah during the reading only with his right hand. Okay, we said only right hand. The reader, there is a Baal Korei, reads aloud, and the Oleh reads along with him quietly. So if he knows how to read, but at least try to follow with your eyes. If you know how to read, so yeah, read quietly. Commentary. His reading should be inaudible. So you stand like few inches away from this Balkara. If you're going to read out loud, you're going to confuse him, right? So one more time, he reads. His reading should be inaudible. So even to himself. However, Rama, Si, Shar, Chatziyun, etc. Okay. All right. The reader should not begin reading until the members of the congregation have completed the answer of Amen. Right? Is the answer to Oleh's blessing. The entire congregation should concentrate. Okay. So basically, what we do, I'm not sure why it was permitted. I don't remember the reason, but usually what they do. So the Oleh, normal Oleh, can in loud voice say the blessing. We answer Amen, and then this Baal Korei answer Amen. So why is he allowed to answer Amen a few seconds later? I don't remember, but I think the way I remember it is still proper. It's still proper, but in all other ways, in all other situations. So if the time passes, as we said, more than 2 seconds, and nobody else is saying, like there is some people who prolong their Amen, right? So if there are no such people and there is silence, so you're not allowed to answer Amen. Basically, it's going to be called orphan Amen. That's the problem. Okay, the entire congregation should concentrate their attention and listen intently to the Torah reading, right? So you have to hear every word. Following the reading. So following the reading, so you have to follow in your Chumash, basically.
I have a question. The person who's reading out loud, right? With all the sounds and so on. Does he start reading first, and then I just go along, or do I whisper it quietly and nobody else hears?
Exactly. Yeah. You must hear him.
I agree. But for example, let's say, is he waiting for me to start reading quietly and just him to hear, or am I waiting him to start loudly and for me,
No. You're waiting for him.
Got it.
So he's doing the mitzvah. So basically, even if you just listen to it, right? Listen to the reading. So do not follow. It's you got the mitzvah. So they say follow along, just in case you misheard some word. Maybe somebody was sneezing in the show. Maybe somebody is coughing, right? And you might miss. Very simple, right? A word or two. So, but when you follow along, so there is a bigger chance that you're you're not going to miss any word of the letter. Or sometimes they read quicker. Sometimes they have different accents. Right? Accents, it's a very big problem. Very big problem. And in some shuls, they just ignore it like it's never happened. So I told this rabbi, I said, you said Reb Moshe, but you know what Reb Moshe said about this? It's like you never read. I learned this specifically. He said, if you go to the Ashkenazic shul, right, and there's a Baal Korei reads with a Sephardic accent, it's like there is no reading. Understand? So, but all right, no problem. Continue. Following the reading, the Oleh once again holds the Sefer Torah with his left hand as well as his right, and roll the Sefer Torah close. The reading is concluded in blessing, Asher Nason Lonu Torah's Emes, who gave us the Torah and truth. So now this I was reading with my right hand. I was holding the Sefer Torah with my right hand. Baal Korei was holding his side with the left hand. Now he let it go because he finished it. He let it go. I take these two handles. I roll it together, close, and now I say the after the blessing. That's the procedure.
Rabbi, if
yes.
someone isn't, let's say, an avid reader, right? But he could read, okay? So in this case, is it better for him not to read at all? Since
not to read at all. Not to read at all.
Okay.
It's very simple because if you read, you must read along with him. If you one word behind, 2 letters behind, you out, and you better not to do it. You understand? Only if you can read with his speed, it is good.
Mm-hmm. If I let's say I make a mistake while listening or something like that, right? Does it count as number one? Does it count as even an Aliyah and like we read the Sefer Torah, right? So that's the main. And does it count as a bracha levatala? When because I said
because you missed. Well, one second. When you're saying you, what do you mean? You as Oleh, where they're standing. Or you as a part of the congregation.
Me as the Oleh, when I say what's it called? When I say the brachas for my Aliyah, right? Mm-hmm. Now, and I missed the Aliyah reading. Maybe it's like a bracha levatala. So I'm not sure.
No. I mean, okay. So all right. So it's a good question. So I would answer like this. So the mitzvah for Aliyah is three psukim basically. So and sometimes like in the last parasha, I don't remember which one, maybe 6 or 7. I don't know, 3 pages in the article, I don't know, 4 pages. Like I don't know, like the guy was standing there for 7 minutes maybe. Like the biggest, all other short. This one is long. So, but all you need to have concentration on 3. So if you have concentration on 3, that's already good. But basically, just try to look at the letters, try to see where he's pointing, right? Or sometimes it's good. It should be no embarrassment. Like this Baal Korei is what I noticed. He knows the text, the Sefer Torah by heart, right? Let's not kid ourselves. So, but he points in one direction, but here is he points here, but here is there. So I like it's proper to ask him, Jen. I'm not so experienced, so could you please point exactly where you live? So I mean, just ask him for a favor, and I think he's going to do it. There is no problem. But otherwise, it's impossible. If you don't know, like I saw many times, I can see where he's reading, but his pointer is here, and it moves here, but I don't know, it's not there. So yeah. Continue. Okay, so where are we? Okay, so we finished on that. He said the concluding blessing. Continue. Number 4. It is prohibited to take hold of the Sefer Torah itself. Ooh. There is a parchment of the Sefer Torah with the bare hands, right? Rather, he should hold the means of the talus. So let's say, what does it mean? Okay, we're going to see below. But the means of the talus, 16. Similarly, if while rolling the Sefer Torah to the point needed, by the day of the rolling, or while rolling it close after it has been read, the parchment needs to be lifted. One should do so with a talus. Okay, so let's try to understand what it says. So we're not allowed to touch the parchment itself. So in Ashkenazic shows, in Ashkenazic Sefer Torah, there is Eitz Chaim, this wooden sticks, and you hold by wooden sticks. In a Sephardic Torah, there is a box, so there is no need for you whatsoever to touch the parchment, and there is like scrolls on top. So there is not on top. I think like in the middle, so you can scroll easily. There's no point for you to touch it. And I think in Gemara Megillah, right, that David is learning now. So it says that a few things that Ezra, I think it's Ezra, instituted that they impart impurity. If I remember correctly, it was Ezra, right? So impurity, and one of them is Sefer Torah. So basically, to warn people not to touch it. The practical explanation is that we have the like oil on our skins, right? So this oil on our skin can dissolve the ink, and may make that Sefer Torah, the Torah, possible, meaning not eligible for reading. Okay, so one more time. Now, rather one should means by the talus. Come to similarly. Okay, so the meaning in what situation you would need to touch the parchment itself. So I'm going to tell exactly why. So when somebody does the lifting of the Torah, Hakba, right, and in the old Sefer Torahs, there is you cannot make like scroll it very tight, so the parchment is sticking out from these wooden things, right? So sometimes it falls down a little, and you have to lift it up. So you cannot lift up with your bare hands. You take the towel, so you have a girdle, this belt around the Torah, and do it with a girdle, but never with a bare hand. So it's big disrespect to the Torah. Okay. So they say do it with the towel, so just hold it by the handles. Commentary. Literally, it's pillars. There is the poles into which the parchment is rolled, right? According to Ashkenazic tradition, which are called Eitz Chaim. Okay, exactly as you said. Continue. Some are more stringent, and that even when they hold into the handles, they do not hold them with the bare hands, but rather by the means of the towels. So commentary. However, when necessary, as when one is correcting an error or assembling the Torah scroll, one may touch the Torah scroll. However, one should preferably wash his hands first. See Mishnah Berurah. Okay. So now when I'm thinking, I think I saw people that hold the Sefer Torah with the towels. I mean, maybe a few times in my life, but yes, I saw it. Yeah. So I mean, if you want to be extra machmir, that's what you should do. But otherwise, there's no problem to not Sefer Torah. We're talking about the Eitz Chaim, right? These wooden sticks. Continue.
In regards to the person who lifts up the Torah at the very end, right? He unrolls his tefillin, right, for his arm. Why?
Yeah. Oh, it's a question. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So because okay. So I mean we're going to get to it, but since you asked, so when we put on tefillin, I mean I put this way, but other people put this way. That doesn't matter. So you make a ring in your middle finger, right? And after you make a ring on your middle finger, so you still have more strap left, and you go around your hand as much as whatever is left. So there is no special order. Okay, you just go around your hand. So basically, sometimes it's so much you cannot close your hand. You cannot hold. You would not be able to hold the properly the handle. That's why they take out from from the finger, from the hand, and put it on his wrist. That's the thing. It's practical. It would be impossible. I was trying to be a hero, but I forgot, and I was like almost had a heart attack because I could not close my hand. Because of this leather and it's thick. I don't know why did I do it, but don't try it at home. Not a good idea. Okay, continue. So we said that. So now halacha number 5. Sif number 5. The Oleh, we said the one who was called to the Torah, and also the reader must stand during the Torah reading, and even just leaning on something is prohibited. As one must stand in awe in front of the Sefer Torah. For just as the Torah was given at Sinai in awesome manner, right? So must we conduct ourselves toward the Torah in a manner filled with awe. Right? So, commentary. So before we go to the commentary, so I think somebody asked me a question. I don't remember who and when, but we did the definition of standing. Since I don't remember, so let's repeat the definition of standing. So definition of standing, it means even if you lean on something, so they say if this object would be removed and you would fall, so that's mean leaning. Otherwise, it's not leaning. So basically, when they reading from the Torah, so this person who is reading, I'm the one, the Oleh, we must stand erect. There is no, you can bend to see it better if you need to, but otherwise there is no leaning, there is no touching of the Bimah. Other people, they may touch the Bimah or lean on rails. Why? Because other people can see during the Torah reading. There is no prohibition, right? But me and this guy must be standing. So, and the Torah was given in awe. Who knew, right? So that you have to be like in respect and remember that Hashem, when he gave us the Torah, he wanted to scare us, right? And Moshe said, "Why are you scaring Jewish people?" And what Hashem said, "I want to scare them so that they follow the Torah," right? So David asked us yesterday the question: how you approach with love or with a fear? So the answer is just follow Hashem, ways of Hashem, the way He gave the Torah with the fear and an awesome event. So that's our proper way. Okay. Commentary number 19. The smoke, clouds, and shofar blasts that the wilderness that they were witnessed at the time of revelation. At the sign of were all intended in still fear of God. Here we go. Within the Jews. It says Shmiras 28:17. Our reading of the Torah is designed to resemble the revelation. So exactly as we receive the Torah on Mount Sinai, so at least the same attitude should be, right? See Mishnah Berurah 141:1 and 146:19. Okay. We therefore stand to recreate the awesome nature of that experience, and because the Jewish people stood on Mount Sinai when the Torah was given. See also, see 19. So nothing basically changed. We have to be in big respect of the Torah. Okay. So one more time the sentence. No, I actually finished. For just as the Torah was given. So second. So one more time, we said Oleh and the reader, and also the reader must stand. Other people can see. Continue. However, someone who is frail may lean a bit, a minimal leaning. He may lean enough to provide himself with a minimal degree of support he needs in order to remain standing. See Mishnah Berurah 141. It is also permitted for a person to lean forward to support himself on a bimah, holding the Torah, if this is necessary for him to see the top lines of the text of the scroll. However, since the cloth covering of the bimah is considered a holy article, meaning this covering of the Bimah, he should avoid leaning upon it. Rather, he should move it aside and lean upon the Bimah itself. Okay, so let's try to understand what it says here. So elderly person, right? So of course, I mean, he can support himself a little, right? Okay, there is no problem. And plus, if sometimes some Sefer Torah that very huge, and it's hard to see what it says on top. So sometimes you will lean forward. So in some sense, you lean on the hand that holding the Sefer Torah. They say there is no problem, right? And what else we said? The last thing that we said: do not lean on a cover that covers the bimah. It's usually like embroidery, like velvet, stuff like that, beautiful things. So in some clowns who do not know this law, they would use it as a table. So they see like empty space and they do many activities on that bimah, which is absolutely forbidden. It's a holy article.
Rabbi, you're not allowed to have books on it?
That's improper. I mean, maybe the Torah books, but some people are leaning, like they're lying around, laying around like that. That's absolutely improper. So if you want to lean, like all the Gaboim, I understand. Usually it's not the most youngest people. Yeah, you understand. So he can lean on the rail behind. There is no problem on the rail. But this is this velvet, this support of the Torah. It's basically you cannot throw it to the garbage. You understand? It was in a close contact with the Torah. So that's gives the holiness. Okay, we can stop here. Any questions? Any subject?
Yeah, since you mentioned that, what's it called? If I cut the tzitzis off and put it in, what's it called? What it says?
Vidiza, yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. But I put it in one of those places before you actually bury, books of Torah or whatever, right? Papers.
Yes.
There's like a shamash or something like that where you put. I'm allowed to put it.
Not shamash, Seamus.
I'm allowed to cut them off and put them there, or no?
If you need to, if they get in stuck somewhere, yeah, that's what you do. Or they unravel. I mean, you cannot fix it. Period. So you can cut off and burn it or do whatever you need to do, or some people use glue. Okay.
So even with metal scissors, completely okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But make sure that they're very sharp scissors, not just any scissors, because they I mean, okay, when just try to cut a little unravel piece and you will see. Just test it first with scissors. So they take the best scissors that you have in your house. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Respect.
Okay. Any other questions? We stop here.
You say do not lean on a bimah, even it's not Torah on a bimah.
Yes. Yeah. That's the problem. So when on a bimah, there is a cover. This is the velvet cover. So it's a support of the Sefer Torah. It gets, the way I understand, right? The way I understand it's almost the same holiness or the same holiness as the mantle that you put on top of the Torah. This mantle you cannot use for anything else. I mean, in our generation, nobody is going to use it. But in older generation, to get a piece of cloth, piece of material was a big deal. You understand? So this piece you want to use it for a different Torah, no problem. You don't want to use it, you have to bury it. There is no other way. So that this cover of the bimah and bimah itself, not bimah itself. Bimah itself is a table, but this cover is a holy. That's why it says in the Kitzur. I apologize, I missed this piece. Thank you, Rabbi, for pointing out. So he wants to lean. Okay, elderly person. He should the proper way to move this cover off, right, and lean on the bimah itself, not on the cover. Disrespect.
But you can stay and put cedar on a bimah.
Yes, cedar is different, right? Cedar is different. Yeah, it's a holy book with the name of Hashem in there. Yeah, that's the different thing.
Okay, thank you.
But people, I saw that they do calendars there. They do like put the letters in advertisement there. It's not proper. Okay. All right. So any other question, Israel? You have something for us?
Yes, I already have an answer, but from the Rabbi. But I want to have more because it was little time to answer yesterday. So maybe if I can ask this.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Can you force a host in your house, a friend, to accept the Noahide laws if he is planning to stay much time than expected?
Can you force what? So you have a friend that is going to stay with you, and you want to force on him Noahide laws?
In case that he's staying much longer than expected, or even planning to rent.
I mean, but what is the difference? I mean, if somebody came to your house, he has to respect your laws. Whatever you say, it should be the way, right? What is the difference? He stays 5 minutes, or he, I don't know, or he stayed for 1 month. I mean, for 1 month, of course, he has to be more appreciative, more respectful. But I think what Cost says, everybody should follow.
Because, for example, I have friends from childhood, from school, and they are almost like brothers, but they are totally goyish. They curse, they drink alcohol. So I am thinking, oh, if you are staying here, you don't have any place to stay, because whatever problem you have, maybe it's a good idea that you can accept the Noahide laws. If you are in
it's not the easiest thing. First of all,
the goal is to avoid them to do bad behavior inside my home.
I mean, if they're going to listen, no, I hear your question. If they're going to listen to you, that's fine. But our Torah, full of our rebukes of rabbis, they stay away from these friends. So it says, tell me who is your friends. I'm going to tell who are you. So then, you see, when you're trying to follow the proper path, right? You're trying to, and you bring this person to your house, and you call him a friend, and if you don't rebuke him, right, or if you keep quiet, okay, the poor guy, he goes through the divorce, through this, okay. So it looks like you agree with everything that he says, or everything that he does, and that's a problem. And if you don't, if you would be nice to him and stay quiet, he would say, I was in this house of this religious guy. Guess what? He didn't say anything. So I'm fine.
Because
they would use it, wherever you silence, they would use it against you 100%. That's the issue.
I relate this question and this doubt when I read somewhere that the Rabbi would say that Noahides shouldn't live in Eretz HaKodesh, in Israel. I read somewhere. But also
it's not true. No. Now no, it's opposite. It's I think it's Ger Tashav, I think. So the one who accepted 7 Noahides, that's the only people who allow non-Jews to live in Eretz Israel. So we have, to count all of the Christians, all of these Muslims, all of the other garbage of the world, and only Noahides who accepted the 7 laws of Noach, they're allowed to, if they going to respect Jewish laws also, like not playing music on Shabbat and stuff like that, there is no problem. They can live.
I think it was that only not wicked, righteous Noahides should be allowed to live in Eretz Israel.
Exactly. Righteous men that follow the laws of Noach. That's right.
The wicked ones kick them out.
100%. That's what we said. Yes.
Somewhere I read that.
Exactly. So righteous, they have to accept 7 laws laws of Noah, plus they have to be respectful to the Jewish law, right? So not to make noise on Shabbat, for example, right? I mean, he can watch TV or play radio or whatever, but it should be in like mother in the mount. Okay.
Also, I was looking for about rent a house. In forums, they say it's not a good idea to rent apartments to wicked Noahides and in Eretz Israel.
In Eretz Israel, yes, okay. Yeah. But here, I mean, it's just for business. It's not like you approve of his ways. You approve of his money. He pays you rent. That's.
So outside Eretz Israel, are you allowed to rent to people that are maybe wicked?
Not outright wicked. For example, if he wants to make a casino in your house, in an apartment or a prostitution house, of course you're not going to. Or they're going to slave people and bring them and chop them in pieces. Of course you don't do that, right? Or to sell drugs in your apartment. But if they're normal people, like normal according to society, okay, maybe they drink sometimes, maybe they watch TV, maybe they do bring, girlfriends, boyfriends in their house. I mean, that's not your business. It's not like out of ordinary for them. But whatever I said, this example, that's too much. And I said, so it's against the law, against the law of the country and stuff like that.
I have one final question. If you're allowed to emit blank voting when you are obligated to vote for politicians here in Argentina, and we are fine.
Mm-hmm.
So what would be the best way? For example, emit a blank voting?
Right. That's it. Yes.
Okay.
That's it.
So it's better not to vote anybody.
Exactly. Yes. I mean, we say there is a Hebrew expression that refers to this is not good. This is dead animal, and this is not kosher animal. What is bad? I don't know. This is not allowed. That is not allowed. And so just stay away from this. Yeah.
Okay, but you are not allowed to not go voting because.
Okay, exactly. So you go there because they're forcing you, and then put a blank vote in there. That's it.
But it would be a sin if you don't respect the law that is obligating you.
No. They're forcing you to come. You come. That's your respectful of the law. And my choice, you don't want my choices. None of them.
Okay.
So they ask you for a free choice, right? They give you a choice. There is a third guy who is not on the ballot. Okay, that's why I left to talk. I vote for Mashiach. I vote for Hashem. That's it. So, okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I always say to this Gentile, to other people, are you going to vote? I say, I vote on Rosh Hashanah. What do you mean? I did vote. It says Hashem become our king. That's what I ask him. We beg him to become our king. That's I voted. I want Hashem to be the king and the president, and he's very good king, and he's righteous, right? And he's merciful, and he does only good things to the people. So why should I vote for these ugly politicians, right? I mean, I think I'm very good voter the way I see it. I vote for someone who can make changes. Other people, all of the politicians, just are puppets. Okay, stop here. Okay, any other questions? We stop. Tell me. All right, so let's stop here, and I'm going to tell about one second. Let's stop here.